explanation of symbols on worksheets are as follows. Use coloring crayons to color the picture. Use your finger to follow the track or line or show the correct picture. Use a coloring crayon to draw a line or write a number or sound. Look at the picture and say the number or sound out loud. Use a scissors to cut on the dotted line. Look at the picture. Use these symbols for the lesson of the day, which will be allocated at the top right side of each page. For example, Lesson 1, Prepositions and Directions.
Welcome to my Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Hwakus and I'm joined by my friend. This week's lesson is all about my 5 senses. But before we start, let's sanitize our hands. It's important to do so that we can kill all the germs. If you don't have a sanitizer at home, please go ahead and use soap and running water. Today's lesson is all about letter O and handwriting. Let's go to page 13. Okay. We're going to practice writing letter O. Say O. 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 Off. On. Off. On. Off. Now we're going to try and write it on the blackboard. Just follow carefully with your eyes. We're going to start on top. Remember to go to your left. We're going around, down and up again. Start at the top. Remember to go to your left. Around, up and stop. Now we're going to ask our friend to help us to write a O on the board. Good. Well done. Wonderful. Can we go to page 13 to do our exercise? This exercise is all about writing the letter O. And there's an ox in the corner. Can you say ox? Ox. Now let's start at the arrow and go around and up until we join the dot. Once more, start at the arrow, go around, up and stop at the dot. And the rest of it is at the bottom lower part. There you can practice how to write your letter O. Wonderful. Can you do the second page? You can do that all by yourself now. Let's move on to page 14. There is a different exercise on there. Can you see the picture of the octopus? Octopus. It's having a beginning sound and it's O. The second one, if you say it, ostrich. What sound do you hear at the beginning? The sound is O. Wonderful. Now what you have to do is draw a picture with the sound, with the same sound. So if you see, when you say the word and you can hear the sound, oh, draw the picture next to it. But now let's go down to the bottom. There's a picture of an apple. What sound do you hear? Is it the same sound? I wonder whether you can work that out on your own. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Let's move on to page 15. Yeah, you will enjoy yourself. I can see. What do you think this picture is made of? Oh yes, it's a snail. It does not start with the same sound, but it helps you to form the letter O. So start at the arrow and follow the dots until you come to the middle. Well done. Now do the second one and the third one all by yourself. That was great.
Hi everyone, my name is Josie and I am Peg. My mommy used to tell me that I need to wash my hands and sanitize it to keep the germs away. Also, one thing you can remember is to sing the alphabet song while you wash your hands. After that, it will be super clean. I usually do it. And until next time, bye!
It's ShopRite's Big Low Price Birthday. We're celebrating with big deals and even bigger savings. Like 10 kilos Pocomo Fed Cook Wheat Flour for only $109.99 and 750 grams Ricoffee Instant Coffee for just $79.99. Don't miss out on our Big Low Price Birthday. Only at ShopRite.
Explanation of symbols on worksheets are as follows. Use coloring crayons to color the picture. Use your finger to follow the track or line or show the correct picture. Use a coloring crayon to draw a line or write a number or sound. Look at the picture and say the number or sound out loud. Use a scissors to cut on the dotted line. Look at the picture. Use these symbols for the lesson of the day, which will be allocated at the top right side of each page. For example, Lesson 1, Prepositions and Directions.
Welcome to my Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Hwakus and I'm joined by my friend. This week's theme is all about the 5 senses. But before we start, let's sanitize our hands. It is very important to do so the germs can all die. But if you don't have a sanitizer at home, please go ahead and use soap and running water. Today's lesson is all about handwriting and letter N. Can we turn to page 17? Let's look at page 17. What can you see? What picture is there? Yes, I can hear you. Just say it out loud. A nest. Yes, you are right. What sound does it start with? N is the name of the letter and the sound is N. 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 Wonderful. I can hear you can say it correctly. But before we do the exercise, let's practice writing the letter N. We start at the top. Always we start at the top. It's good to make a little dot so that you can remember how to go. We start at the top, we go down, up again, and we make a hoop. Go down. Let's do another one. We start at the top, we go down, up in the same line, and make a hoop again. Wonderful. Now our friend is going to help us to write the letter N on the board. Go down, down, Noah. Go down, up again with the same line and make a little hoop. Well done. I'm so proud of you. Now let's look at the page 17. We have got the first letter written in the box. Can you please take your pencil, hold it correctly in your 3 fingers, like this, and write the letter. Start at the top. Start at the arrow, go down, with the same line, go up and make a hoop. And then you stop. Try and keep the letter writing in the box. Try and keep to the size of the letter, and you can practice this all by yourself. Hope you have enjoyed that one. Now we move on to page 18. Let's look at the pictures of page 18. I can see beautiful pictures there. And some of the pictures are starting with the N sound. Letter N. And the sound it starts with is a N. So can we go through the pictures quickly and see which ones are starting so that you can color them in when you are done. The first 2 I will do for you, and the rest of the paper you're going to do all by yourself because you are excellent. Nose. Nose. It's for nose. And the next one next to the nose is the umbrella. Can you hear the sound? N. So you need to find out which one is the beginning sound and which letter sounds the same so that you can color that in at home all by yourself. I know you can do it. Can we turn to page 19? This exercise is very important because we are reading and writing from left to right. So please remember to start on the thick line when you do this exercise. Starting on the first one, I will try and do that with you. We start with the line down. Remember to keep the crayon or your pencil in the hand until you are done on to the end of this exercise. Don't lift up your hand. Just try and keep it in on the lines. Don't move it up until you are done. Wonderful. Don't remove your hand until you are done with that line. Then we do the next one. Can Noah help us to try and do that? Can you start at the left? He's just going to do some part for us to see how to do it. Okay? Just show us. Thank you so much. Wow. Well done, Noah. Now we can stop so that our friends can finish the rest of the exercise at home. Can we move to page 4? This is also a similar exercise. We start at the left and then we take the line up to the right hand side. So let's look at the pictures. I'm going to do the first one for you. There is a kettle and a cup at the end where you pour your tea inside. So when you start at the arrow, just keep your little hands on the line until you finish at the cup. Thank you so much. Do the next one with the banana up to the bunch of bananas and the baby crawling to the mother and this girl going to school. Well done. Do that all by yourself. I know you can do it. Well done.
Hi everyone, my name is Shoshi and I am Peck. My mommy used to tell me that I need to wash my hands and sanitize it to keep the germs away. Also, one thing you can remember is to sing the alphabet song while you wash your hands. After that, it will be super clean. I usually do it. And until next time, bye!
beautiful people. This is Nikita Winkler, and I am here to share easy tools for stretching that you can do just about anywhere. This is a demonstration, so what's most important is that you take enough time in each position that your body requires to release its tension. So let's get started. In this session, we will be stretching the ankles and feet. So first I'm going to spread my toes and make sure that my feet are grounded and aligned with my knees and my hips. And what you can also do here is lift one toe and then the other ones. This is really good exercise to strengthen the muscles in your feet. From here, we're going to press forward to open up the ball of the foot. And we make sure while we're doing this that the ankle doesn't sickle. By pressing towards the big toe to align the foot, the ankle with the knee and the hips. Next, we're going to go into ankle rotations. We're going to do both ways. You can do this on the floor, and for more freedom, you can take it off the floor. You can also do all of these stretches sitting for more comfort. And then we're going to tuck the toes to stretch the front of the ankle. So in this stretch, give pressure to the front of the ankle. You'll feel the stretch in the toes and in the ankle, and you don't have to keep it for too long. Also make sure that the ankle doesn't sickle in this stretch, but that you're pressing towards the inside. Right, now we're going to go into foot massages. First, I'm going to massage in between the bones of the toes to open up the foot. And then I'm going to use my thumb to dig into the arch of the foot, giving it circular motions or whatever feels good. And then I can go to the heel, again using enough pressure and using the thumb. Right. If you position yourself comfortably, for your foot massages, you can take as long as it feels good. So thank you for joining me. Don't forget to breathe, and happy stretching.
In a corner of southern Africa lies a vast and sparse land, where endless horizons, dramatic scenery, and untouched wilderness abound. (1,500 kilometers of harsh desert coastline, a mosaic of biodiversity, sub-Saharan savanna, acacia bushland, encased by 2 deserts. Home to wildlife and wilderness abundant, yet ever at risk. This is Namibia, home to some of the most noteworthy conservation success stories across the globe. Initiatives forged, manned, and driven by passionate individuals and groups.
People are busy there walking for more than 45 kilometers a day.
Special species and wild locations under constant threat from an increasingly destructive developing world.
One of the world's true survivors.
This is the story of the Namibian wilderness, the stories of the enigmatic wildlife and natural wonders of her realm.
They are not a threat to anyone, if you understand them.
This is the story of those determined to preserve it, and thereby themselves.
Don't think I want to tell my children one day that we had rhinos in Namibia. I want to show them live rhinos.
This is the story of the last defenders.
We had been tracked them for about 7 days, and on the 7th day, we come across the butchers, and there was a shooting. We are not armed. We having a camera and GPS, we are just hiding behind the bushes. If I don't protect this species, who's going to do that? So is that why I sacrificed my life to go on conserve the rhinos.
Armed out in the field with basically a notebook against poachers that are armed with highly dangerous weapons and more. How is this an equal fight?
I started right on the ground as a tracker, and I worked all the way up to be the CEO now, and I know how hard it is. It's commitment and dedication and the patience that you have for the animal. It's really hard. It's like you had something in your house that you are protecting for so long, and when you go away from home, somebody comes and kills you.
Akili, 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 akili. We love to wash our hands, and this is how we do it. Wash, wash with clean water. Scrub, scrub, scrub with soap. Rinse, rinse with clean water, and then the germs will go. We love to wash our hands, and this is how we do it. Wash, wash with clean water. Scrub, scrub, scrub with soap. Rinse, rinse with clean water, and then the germs will go. Yay!
Well done, Soap and Water! You got rid of all the germs on Achilles' hands!